Hello, my name is Kevin, your name is Gargamel, if you happen to be the villain in Smurfs, and something happened last year where a bunch of amazing games came out. Breath of the Wild, Nier Automata, Persona 5, and well, one thing led to another, and there was a game that I overlooked. But the Dong Legion had my back. They said, Kevin, you really have to play Horizon Zero Dawn. So I did. I just finished this game, and it was terrible. I'm just kidding. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it, so thank you very much for recommending this to me. I got the art book, The Art of Horizon Zero Dawn. This is really a beautiful book, and it doesn't just show you like the key art, like something like the art of Persona 5. Like, this is a great art book too, but it doesn't go into detail about the development of the game nearly as much as this Horizon Zero Dawn book does. And I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. You are combining the early days of civilization with technology that we don't even have yet. So it was really totally up my alley because I love the origins of humanity and I love thinking about sci-fi stuff. They explain how when they were designing some of these ruins, they would show you what the advanced version looked like, so they would have to create this first, and then they kind of decayed it a little bit, and then finally they decayed it a ton, and that was what you're left with. The amount of effort that went into designing this was just really incredible because it wasn't just straightforward like it's the future or it's the past. It's like it's the future, but humanity's restarting after things went poorly in the past of the future. Does that make sense? It should make sense. I also picked up the strategy guide because this is done by Future Press, and I'm a huge fan of Future Press's collector's guides. They really go into a lot of detail about the games. All right, let's get to looting. This is the complete edition, and what I love about complete editions is that all the DLC is packed on the disc itself, so it doesn't require any additional downloading. And there's a weird thing about complete editions where some regions get them and North America doesn't. So, for instance, Bloodborne has a Game of the Year edition that came out in the UK that has the Old Hunters DLC on it, but we didn't get that in North America. And Nioh has a complete edition also, which has the 3 different DLCs for that game, but it only came out in Asia. You can import it from playasia.com. It has English, it is region free. Anyway, I found a bunch of Horizon Zero Dawn loot that I wanted to show you guys. First of all, Cook & Becker has very premium video game artwork prints, and they did a whole series on Horizon Zero Dawn. There are still prints available of these, and you can see the different areas, the different artwork, and this one, the Sawtooth battle, which is really sweet. This is the Thunderjaw collection, and it comes with this really sweet Thunderjaw statue. I loved how in Horizon Zero Dawn they combined mechanical with biological. Oh yeah, look at this cosplay. I mean, this outfit is seriously intense. I can't even imagine how long it took to create such a thing. So I did find another one too, this one. This one is even more money, but look at this, that is incredible. I mean, the lengths that people go to recreate video game and anime and different outfits for cosplaying is absolutely incredible. I think it's super cool. There is a Aloy statue that is on the official PlayStation website, which is only 40 bucks. You know, some of these statues sometimes are like $1,000. So, all right, that's most of the Horizon Zero Dawn stuff I could find. I did find some other game loot you should check out, like the Kirby hovering helicopter. Oh, the pre-orders are closed. No! Well, if you pre-order this and you're one of the lucky ones, maybe you should post about it and tweet me or something. The Infinity War life-size prop replica Infinity Gauntlet. Look at this thing. Let me show you what you could get when I was a kid. The merchandise, the comic book merchandise when I was a kid. Let me show you here. I mean, this is cool, but this is it. This came out in 1978, so it was actually a little bit before my time. I mean, as you can see, the merchandise game of comic books has been upped quite a bit now that you can literally buy an Infinity Gauntlet. All right, next up we have the Nintendo Game Boy. Watch, if you've ever wanted to have a tiny Game Boy tell you what time it is on your wrist, you literally have the opportunity to do that. Original PlayStation Snowboard. This I just thought was kind of strange. I never saw an officially licensed video game Snowboard before. They're running low on stock, so you better hurry up. Oh yeah, the Sega Genesis Classics coming out for PS4 and, whoa. Yeah. Actually, I better mute that so we don't get a copyright strike from Sega. This is going to be awesome. I think it's amazing that they do these collections where you can play so many games just on one disc for not that much money. If you wanted to buy all of those games for the Genesis today on eBay or whatever, I mean, it would cost... It would cost many more money than $29.99. So, oh, speaking of classics, I found some merch of some old Genesis games. This Streets of Rage shirt is pretty sweet. That is a classic beat 'em up if you have never played that. Absolutely awesome. And Revenge of Shinobi, another classic side-scrolling ninja action, and Golden Axe to round out a little beat 'em up action on the Sega Genesis. So there are 3 shirts if you need some old school Sega Genesis stuff on your chest. I did find this Alucard. This is from First 4 Figures. If you're not familiar with them, they make incredible stuff. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is a classic, straight up legendary game. You know, it's kind of sad what happened to the Castlevania franchise. I don't really... In my mind, I kind of think of Dark Souls and Bloodborne as the spiritual successor, in a way, to Castlevania, because Castlevania is just in the grave, apparently, and not rising back from it anytime soon. But we did get many great games, and Symphony of the Night is kind of the crown jewel, I would think. I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite, but it's probably the most well-known in the series. And if you haven't played that, I think it's on PSN for super cheap, so you should definitely check that out. And finally, we have this Vegeta that I wanted to show you just because of the way that this is positioned. The thing is in his butt, so. That's probably enough of that. Let me know what games you're playing now. Let me know if you played Horizon Zero Dawn. Thank you again for recommending me that game. Let me know what game I should play next. If you have any specific recommendations, I'm all ears. I'm all here for you. It would be really gross if I was all ears. Could you imagine just covered in ears? Oh my gosh, I'm going to barf just thinking about. And as always, thanks for watching.